It's amazing what people will think of to cheat or to commit crime. I've been saying for years, these criminals and cheaters, they spend an awful lot of time and energy coming up with scams. If they put that energy to good use, they could do something significant. You don't need to think of a way to scam money from old ladies. You're coming up with such brilliant schemes. You could get rich just using your smarts to do something else. You don't need to point it towards crime. Or cheating. But there's always been and there's always going to be those kinds of people. Yeah, I had to do a Google search on it. And so I'm having this, I'm picturing it in my mind. Your mic sounds a little weird. Sid, thanks for telling me. I know why. I've got the gain turned way down. Let's do this. Let's turn it up. Let's turn it up to that. That looks like it might be a little loud. Let me know if my voice is way too loud compared to the game. I think it's going to be. It sounds like echo. I can't. Yeah, Witchy was telling me the same thing, and I don't understand it. When I get close to it like this, does that did that go away when I do this? Sounds like you're in a fishbowl. Yeah, damn it. Yeah. That happened 2 streams ago. Sounds horrible. I don't understand why. I think it's an OBS setting. I'd turn your mic down just a hair. Yeah, I turned the gain up too high. How's that? I cut it in half. That looks a lot better up on the meter. But if I still sound like I'm in a fishbowl, son of a gun, it's not something I can do anything about right now. I'm going to have to go through the OBS. Perfecto. Deacon from Fallout 4. Perfecto. I like that character. He's the consummate liar, which I don't like, the lying. But I don't know. I accept him for who he is. I like the way he's always showing up wearing different clothes. And you probably know the game well enough you notice this, but I never noticed it until like my last playthrough, 1 or 2 playthroughs ago. When you first meet him at the railroad, he vouches for you. He says, "Yeah, I know this person. Yeah, I killed the railroad and institute." Well, hey, that's a viable solution. Well, when he vouches for you, he does truly know you. Did you ever notice when you first meet Piper? Brotherhood of Steel. Ah, you like the Brotherhood? I like the Minutemen. They seem to be the less evil. I'm a real, I try to play a morality kind of a playthrough. I try to be the good guy, do the right thing. And the Minutemen seem to be less selfish. Not, I wouldn't call them evil, but they're going around killing people to take their technology. They're stealing and hoarding technology. And if they have to kill people to do it, they do it. I mean, yeah, they like to kill the synths and super mutant. Yeah, that I'm cool with that. Well, when you go on the Pridwin, you go up to the topmost deck inside, not outside, inside. There's a holotape in there where one of the people, one of the Brotherhood, is talking about how they finally understand that the wasteland is just a bunch of tall buildings with no people in it anymore. They're all mutants and ghouls, and they finally drink the Kool-Aid and say, yeah, they should all die. We should just kill everybody and take all their technology. Have to search for it. Where is it exactly? I think it's on a little night table. I think that's where the little baby scribes, not the scribes, the little cadets. There's about 3 or 4 boys that sleep up there. I'm not sure if that's where that lady experiments with viable blood samples, but it's in the Pridwin, and I believe it's the top floor inside. But you know, you make a good point. They don't come right out and say kill humans. But that was my take on it. My take was they had no problem just destroying the population of the wasteland and hoarding the technology. And even if they're not killing people, they're stealing technology. And I think there's a line somewhere when you first meet Elder Maxim. He says something about, we're starting a war to prevent a war. So he admits that he's there to start a war. It didn't sound like a defensive war. It's not like they're protecting themselves.
That's it.
But I don't hate the Brotherhood of Steel. They're, oh, there we go. I needed that key. They're just my third favorite. There's only one faction that I hate, and that's the Institute. They're redefining mankind. I like the definition the way it is. Their definition of mankind is synthetic humans, robots. They're killing all this flesh and blood people and replacing them with robots. It's pretty hard to go along with that. But don't you think that your son is in the game, is the leader? Yeah, I brought him into this world and I plan on taking him out. He's a bad seed. I don't know whose Kool-Aid he drank. But he's gonna die of cancer anyway, so.
Yes.
But hopefully I get a chance to kill him first. Okay, I'm gonna pretend to read this. Because once in a while it gives you a map marker or a quest, and the player becomes the leader. Woohoo! Big. Well, yeah, you do about half a dozen quests for any one of these factions, and all of a sudden you're their leader. It's like Skyrim. You know, you do, I don't know, I said half a dozen, maybe it's 10, probably not even 10. You know, you do 10 missions for the Magic User Guild, and all of a sudden you're the Magic User Leader. I forget what they call the guy. Same thing with the Thieves Guild, the Assassin's Guild. Archmage, that's the term, Archmage. You do eight or 10 missions, all of a sudden you're the Archmage. Nope, I wasn't done there. And the same thing with the drinking tavern, your Vasker Hall. You know, all of a sudden you're top dog there. Yoo-hoo. I remember this is the guy, someone commented, thought he looked a bit like me. Looks like the glasses I used to wear in the service. Black frame Superman. I thought it was you. Black Superman glasses, chick magnets. Back when my mustache was dark, not gray. Chick magnet, yeah. I didn't give a shit. I had a steady girlfriend. I didn't care what I looked like. I didn't care if my glasses looked stupid. That looks like X88, the synth dude, Alex Jake. I'm out of that loop. I don't know who he is. Okay, so then I changed my opinion. I think that maybe I'm still wrong. Oh. Yeah. Go this way, it's quicker. I think that that elevator is going to lead down to the nuclear room. I don't remember how to get to it though now. There it is. There it is. Yeah, my internet was so bad for the last couple weeks. I asked my wife to call up the company and nicely demand money back. They used to do that If they used to do that with your TV channels. If you had your favorite channel that was coming in really bad day after day, and you complained about it, they would give you a rebate. They'd give you some money back. Now, if you were from a poor neighborhood, or somehow you had bad credit, I don't know how they decided who was who, they wouldn't believe you, and they would tell you to make a video of it, make a DVD of it, or a VCR, make a VCR copy of it, somehow make a copy of it and send it to them to prove it. Because I guess there's people that VHS tape, yeah, VHS tape, yeah. I'm going back a ways. Now I suppose you could just use your, what do they call those things? DVR. But that's how long it's been since I was poor enough to have to prove that my TV came in like shit. Now we just call them up and they give us money. CRTVs, yeah. I was driving down the road the other day. I'm going by my uncle's house, one of my uncle's house. He's got this old CRT TV. It's a 13-inch TV. It looks like a square box. You know, it's a it's the cathode ray tube style. Sitting out on the stone wall, like it's free. Like people put old furniture and stuff out on the side of the road for junk men to take and sell, or poor people to take and keep. Yeah, I still have my Sony CRT. I don't.
Wish a buckethead would show up.
I don't.
Rip his legs clean off.
I had a 14-inch monitor for my first computer from 1994. We got rid of it. I don't remember how. We just got rid of it. It still worked. But what, it probably had one of those 15 or 16 pin
Someone there?
serial port connectors or whatever. Well, that was a waste of a grenade.
Suffer and flee.
They do that. They use your tactics against you. Catch. Holy crap, I'm almost dead. When did that happen? Oh, damn. Not a good time to reload. Because my grenades didn't work that good. Good luck doing that from that. I love how he shoots a rocket at you and you just sit there. I ain't scared. That's my tactic. It's always been my tactic.
Human, let's play.
I started to learn to do that. Jink out of position. Some. Well,
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
why the hey? So are you doing boss quests? Yes, this is Fort Strong.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
They're responsible for the death of a close friend, a Brotherhood knight named Cutler. So when you ask if I hate them, I say hate's too gentle a word.
Oh.
These monstrosities are just another
They're just
example
being
of men
themselves.
blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything.
Out of all my playthroughs,
look, I don't mean
only
to bore you with
once
my
did I
rhetoric.
actually get to
I just
that
want you
point
to understand how important these missions are.
where I learned that for fact, and yeah, and no spoiler here. You know, and he hides out in that little bunker, and you go and you get him, and he's your follower. And if you ever bump into the boss after that,
Are you ignoring me for a
they
reason?
treat you like enemies.
How could synths bring about our destruction?
If the
It took me
synths
quite a
reached
few
the point where they
playthroughs
outnumbered
before I
mankind,
ever
how long would it take for them?
Yeah,
to decide
I
we were
talked
no
him into
longer
not
necessary?
killing
They certainly
himself.
possess the capability to make more of their own kind, so we'd become expendable. And with Institute technology on their
I
side,
thought I fixed that
nothing could
underboob
stop them.
thing.
Not even the Brotherhood. It's a nightmare scenario almost too terrible to contemplate. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Pridwin and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible.
Yes.
Dismissed.
And I promise I won't shoot you. Let me finish healing. I forgot he was going to show up like that. He caught me off guard. Okay, I was just going to do a save. So I would do this. I need about a 2-minute break. Literally, I'm not even going to bother putting on my break screen. 2 minutes, I'll be right back. Okay. I only scared one viewer away. That's good. That's good. Okay, this is where we were going. So, Sid, what do you think about the game Baldur's Gate 3? Before you answer, I'm not going to corner you or trick you or lead you on. I'm thinking about playing Purified Water. That's too funny. I'm thinking about playing the game before that, Original Sin. Divinity Original Sin. Except every honestly, first time I've heard of this game, so I don't know. Okay. Well, it's an RPG, so you know that's my wheelhouse. It's what you and the other regular viewers are used to seeing when they come here. Is RPG. It's turn-based. I believe it's open world, but not 100% like this one is. Hey, King, no way. I didn't know you were streaming. What, you didn't get the tweet? I put it out there. You're probably too busy. That's okay. Yeah, it's been about 4 hours. Just got off work. Well, hey. Hi-yo. iPhone 12 launch. iPhone 12 launch. Mandatory overtime. It's been a long time since I've worked anywhere where there was other people. Switching to mobile, okay. But I hear about it. My wife tells me about these kids, she calls them, that spend a lot of time on their phones at work. Oh, now I can remember. Years ago, I was working for the maintenance department at a what would you call it? A nursing home, hospital for old people, a retirement home. It was a large complex. And they had this thing about cell phones. Don't be using them during work. I actually can't have my phone at work due to security. Wow. Do you have to like hand it over and you know, like sign it in and then sign it out? They don't search, right? If you left it in your pocket, they wouldn't know. If you were the type of person to try to do that, I have to leave it in your truck. Yeah. Well, you know, as it should be, as it should be. I know when I talk like this in front of my niece, she says, "Oh, you guys are so old-fashioned." She calls us backwards. You're backwards. She learned that from her father. He spent too much time in a big city. He thinks because I don't have a smartphone, I'm backwards. The warehouse has millions of dollars worth of device. Oh, that's right. You work for like a Verizon or a cell phone thing play. At one point, I thought this was a long time ago. I thought you worked for like an Amazon distribution center. It wasn't until recently you let out a detail that said something a little different. I would think a place like that would be worried about theft. Verizon. Yeah. I was trying to stop myself. I wasn't sure if I should say. I would think a big concern of theirs would be employee theft, stealing cell phones, stuff like that. But I don't know, now that I found myself saying that, I think they come with a SIM card inside in order to activate it, so the phones have IDs. It's a big... Oh, they do use metal detectors. Oh. Yeah, we're having this, me and my wife are... Well, my wife was having the conversation with my niece about, what? You would go into work without calling? That's like grounds for dismissal. You don't just not show up at work without calling to tell them. And she's like, oh, everybody does it. You guys are so old-fashioned. Like, oh. And you know, she's smart. She's graduated from college. She's got a really good job. It's not like, you know, some low tier job where nobody gives a shit. But I guess that's what they do. No call, no show equals fired. Yeah. A lot of the places back when I used to work was they'd give you 3 days. If you didn't go to work for 3 days without calling, you better have been in a coma. You better have a doctor's note saying you were in a coma. Something. You had better have a goddamn good reason. This one job, I was kind of subbed myself out for hourly pay, and I'm working as a carpenter, and he hires this young kid, I guess a nephew. He says, make this guy a carpenter. Like I've said that 100 times before, right? So I'm there with a truck full of my tools, and now I'm sharing my tools with the guy, which I am totally pissed off about. He wants to use my skill saw, my circular saw, on Steam. Fallout 4 game of the year. Yeah, it's so criminal. I see the price of those games now. It's like, oh my god. And Fallout 3, the game of the year edition was just out there for like $9 or $9.99 or something. It's like, geez, I paid what, 60. Well, I bought the, what do they call it? You buy the 1 year subscription where you get the free DLC as it comes out. I paid $100 for my Fallout 4. But it came it came with all the DLC as it was made. But it was a $60 game when it first came out. The prices come down so fast. I bought one of the Assassin's Creed game, Odyssey. Yay, $60. Yeah, that's what most of them. That's the price point. Even today, $60 is the price point for these AAA games. Nobody's asking 70. No one's asking 80. $60 is still the price point. $8.99 on Steam for Fallout 4 regular edition. Yeah. Sometimes I see those games, like I've got Fallout 4 on digital copy, but I don't have Fallout 3 or Vegas. And I see those deals come out, and it's so tempting to just buy it to have it, so I could play it if I wanted to. Not even that I plan on playing it, but that I could if I wanted to. They're so cheap. You just buy it so you could have it in case you might want to play it sometime. That's how cheap. Now we're getting into the stuff here. This is what we were here for. Ultimate Edition is on sale. Fallout New Vegas is the best game. A lot of people say New Vegas. I was just watching someone play it the other day. The graphics are a little old for me. But one of my big things is it's hard for me to get over, but I can get over it. I want my character to speak. Graphics are dog shit. Well, they're a little more cartoony. Kind of like Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4, same kind of thing. But that's why I like Fallout 4 so much. Your character speaks, and everybody else speaks to you. You don't have to read what people are saying to you, especially as a streamer. Like Baldur's Gate and Divinity and a lot of these games I've been looking at switching over to, your character doesn't speak. And a lot of streamers will pick a real quick dialogue choice and you don't even know what they're saying. You can hear the response from the other character, but you don't know what the main character is saying. The real good streamers will read the dialogue choice that they've chosen to say, so you know what's going on. But it's like going back to Morrowind. Morrowind, you had to read everything. Nobody spoke. That was just too old. Nobody spoke. I gotta get downstairs. Where are those stairs at? I think I walked by them. They're tricky. Remember the last time I was here, I'm like, okay, no, there's stairs going down there. Where'd they go? There they are. I don't think there's a whole lot down here, really, but I don't have this game memorized. There could be a bobblehead down here for all I know. Maybe a couple more nukes. Really? Absolutely nothing? Really? Absolutely nothing? It's like, why did I come down here? Really? Wow. Okay. Not even a tin can? Oh, Sid's back. Hey, here's something for you guys. Riddle me this, Batman. What the hell is going on with this? I don't know. Maybe I just don't remember this showing up on all my previous playthroughs. Fallout is on sale on Steam. Spread the word. Pridwin. Yeah, that makes it look like it's a settlement. I've got this set to show me settlements only. This is my map. It's all settlements. Just the settlements. See? Boston Airport. Why is the Pridwin on there? I don't know. I'm missing something. Just saying. I've got Fallout 3 on my Xbox 360, as well as New Vegas. Oh, geez, and I think I almost missed a screwdriver. I don't know if I checked this out. Was this the way in, or was this just a side room? Oh. Don't think I was in here. I missed an awful lot of stuff if I was. Yeah, I was definitely not in here. Well, that's saying something. When they take games that old, and I guess the term is port them to the new console, that's some staying power. I've been looking at that game called Outer Worlds. That's supposed to be made from Obsidian. I don't know if it's Obsidian and Bethesda. There was, I get them confused. I better be careful what I say, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Is there a lawnmower in the background? You talking about my cooling fans? Or are you talking about King? Yeah, I was thinking about, no, wouldn't be King. Yeah, it's on my wish list, and right now it's on sale. I think it's on sale from Steam. I think they're asking $39 for it. I'm gonna put that on the back burner. I'm more interested in a couple other games first. Ah, it has the Outer Worlds for Xbox. Ah. Yeah, my Coolin fans. Oh, thank you for the follow. Weeboom Bomb. Isn't that a character out of Skyrim? Weeboom Bomb? What am I thinking of? Weeboom Bomb. Thank you for the follow, sir or madam. Thank you. You know, Sid, I had those cooling fans all set. I was using sound suppression from OBS. I was using sound gates, and my sound was sweet. Remember last year? I had it dialed in. And then they did some updates, something changed. I've been working on it. Every time I stream lately, I don't like what I'm hearing, and I change some settings, and I try some things. I tried turning the gain all the way off on my mic, and I tried putting it on a boom and putting it right into my mouth. X Gamer, G-Zone X Gamer, sorry, I don't understand that language. Misrespect those, bro. Can't even guess. I can't even guess, sorry. You're buying Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition? Really? You don't have it already? King. Oh, you've been doing Skyrim, right? I know you're asking me to play Skyrim. You're a capo. Still crack. My respects, bro. That's what he said. Still crack. You're a capo. Not really. Well, he sees the cross pistols, and that's the military insignia of the military police. And that's probably part of my bio. But for some people, that's enough to make them think you're some kind of a dirty cop that beats up black people and writes speeding tickets to old ladies and brings people into the back room and beats them up. Who knows, Sid? Anything's possible, and I am totally aware of that. I wasn't the kind of cop that wrote speeding tickets. I wasn't the kind of cop that investigated crimes and arrested people. My specialty was physical security. I was a specialist in physical security. I was military police king. That was a long time ago. But afterwards, I did security after that. I was a bouncer at a big rock venue. Skills are the same. Because, like I said, my specialty was physical security, not writing tickets or arresting people. You guys didn't know that. Huh. Well, I don't hide it. So, I mean, you're going to leave and not come back? A lot of people don't like that shit. Nice to guard nuclear weapons, generals, payrolls, stuff like that. King, I didn't think you would. I was joking. King, you strike me as a very law-abiding citizen. I mean, we all, bruh, we all break minor rules and do little things we're talking about. Break little rules or laws. Yeah, I'm an average Joe. Yeah, you don't strike me as a hard-bitten criminal, a crack dealer. You just bought it. So, King, does that mean you've never played Fallout 4? You watch a lot of it here. I know often when you're here, you're multitasking, so you're gonna love it. I broke the law once. I stole a teacher's pencil in elementary school and never brought it back. Even says return to the teacher. Laugh, you fucking asshole. Well, you know, we've all done something. There's a statistic out there that says something like 99.99% of everybody, I don't know, in the world or in America has at some point in their life done something that could give them 2 years in jail. But you got to understand what that means. Most people aren't going to spend 2 years in jail the first time they punch a dude in the face. Although, that would be the penalty for assault and battery. You can spend 2 years in jail if you punch a dude in the face. The only way you're going to get 2 years for punching a dude in the face is if you punch a cop in the face, or a judge, or, you know, a politician, someone very well connected. Probably same thing with trespassing, you know, criminal trespassing. I mean, how many people didn't sneak into high school when they were closed in the summertime and, I don't know, play hide and seek with a couple guys? Just small little things like that that are innocuous, but officially it's trespassing and you could get 2 years in jail. That's what they mean when they say that. Everybody has done something that could put them in jail for 2 years. Just trying to put it in perspective. Oh, so I can't punch Trump in the... No, sorry. Gotta be careful joking like that too, Sid. Gotta be careful. They've got Did you guys know, since somewhere around World War II, the technology's been in place, every single phone call, every single radio transmission, every single TV broadcast, right now including every single cell phone conversation, every single electromagnetic wave that communicates through our atmosphere is being recorded and archived. And yeah, I know Big Brother is watching. He's listening. He hears every single word. But here's the kicker. There is so much information that they're absorbing and archiving, they can't listen to all of it. So they have computers with complicated algorithms that listen to it, and they're looking for red flags. So let's say you're having a phone conversation or a text message, and you use the word bomb and the word president in the same sentence. That will set off a red flag. That will go to an agent. He will read it, and he will decide whether or not it's a true threat or not. It wants you mean, yeah. Well, I don't know exactly how the algorithm is written, but if those two words are close enough together, it'll be sent to an FBI agent, or if it's overseas, it'll be sent to a CIA agent, and a person will read it and they'll evaluate it to see, well, is this guy joking? Is he just SirTomasin talking and not making a true threat? Because I just did it. I just used those two words in the same sentence. But they'll read that and they'll know I wasn't making an actual threat. People have been dragged into the FBI office before for saying stuff like that. And even the fact that I just said what I said in the last 5 minutes, that just added an extra page to my FBI file. So my file just got a page thicker. So be careful, Sid. Be careful. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna run over to the Pridwin because I don't want to fast travel because the loading screen is kind of boring. I don't think there's anything over here. What? Except for that power armor. Power armor. Let me guess. T-45? No. It's got that hump on. I don't know. What are you? X01. That was going to be my next guess, but I'm like, really? Okay. Well, we're not going to the Pridwin. $5 GB download, 28 minutes left. Then I can play Fallout. Sweet. I'm psyched for you, King. You didn't answer my question. I'm assuming the answer was no. You never played Fallout before. Cheeky, yeah. I don't know why they gotta make these sexy fashions so 3 times? Oh, you've played 3 times. On PlayStation, and yeah, I don't know what it is with the half nakedness about so much of these fashions. That's the sign of the times. That's how they do it. I can't believe it. Like, I'll try to tell the story in a way that protects the guilty. I'm listening to these young guys talk, and their girlfriends and their wives are there. They're very young, you know. They're in their 20s, and the way they talk, the filth, the graphic detail. It's like, if I ever spoke like that, and my grandfather or my uncle heard me say that, I wouldn't dream of dropping an F-bomb in the presence of my grandfather. Help defend Starlight. Okay. Let's just do a quick dump here. And so my point in the girlfriend, in the way the guy was talking in front of his girlfriend and the girls, it's like, they were just as much of a garbage mouth as the young boys were. It was disgusting. I mean, hey, I swear like a Marine at times, but not in mixed company in public. And it just it just threw me. I was disgusted. It was sad, but I realized it was a sign of the times. That's how these kids grew up. That's how they are. Shut. Shit. Hey, where you at? Where you at? Nice catch.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Never know what you find.
So it looks like these four, this mob here, 5, just spawned right on this spot, right here. Boom, they showed up all shoulder to shoulder. And got immediately wrecked. And this seems to be a pattern. First they spawn over there, then there's a few that show up over here behind this building. I'm looking for the body parts. Are they all up the bank? So it wasn't just a small occurrence, Sid. That's how a lot of them are, huh? Was taught that swearing was a sign of poor language skills, so I don't talk. Yeah. I try not to. I think once in a while, when you need a really strong adjective or adverb, sometimes an F-bomb really drives the point home. But rare occasions. There are plenty of other words. But when it's frequent, I knew this guy. It's like every third or fourth or fifth word, F this, F. It was funny. It's like, does this guy realize that every third, fifth word is an F-bomb? does he even realize he's doing it? I mean, and if he must realize he's doing it. So then why would he be doing that? The swear jar, right.
Got a dangerous look about you.
That's
You
right,
ain't here for
man.
me.
Fairly dangerous man. Oops, let's put that away. I don't like being that guy that always runs around with his weapon, pointing at everybody I'm talking to. They tell me they don't like that. NPCs don't like that. And this was all about the, this all stemmed from the half-nakedness of my character in the type of fashion. And I was guessing that's just a sign of the times, that's what they're doing. I can remember, it wasn't all that long ago, there was a high school dance, and they were chaperones doing thong checks. I'll tell you about that in a minute, Sid. The 4200 weight, it's not realistic, no. The game broke. So I'm like, okay, well, it's the fashion. Girls are all wearing thongs, and they wear their skirts so far down that you can see the top of the thong and all that stuff. That's the half-nakedness we're talking about. But a little side note, it made me think, how the hell do you get away with executing a thong check on a young high school girl? I don't care if you're the nurse. How do you not get sued for that? Yes, Witchy, you're the one that said something about my my supply women wearing the uniform that did not look comfortable. But I know you're female, at least you've presented yourself as one, and I believe that you are one. So you probably know that, especially when it comes to shoes, women's shoes, comfort often isn't a factor. That's the word, factor. Although some of us get it, and some of us do dress for comfort. I don't mean us women, I mean us people. But I suppose men do it too. Wear clothes that are uncomfortable. Let's see, how many people are here? Don't you go off on shoes. See, you know what I mean. I bet you got a bunch of shoes that aren't that comfortable, but you look really good in them. I remember you told me how tall you are when you wear your stilettos or your heels. I forget, your pumps. I forgot the word you used, but it meant shoes with tall heels. You're a very tall woman, and especially in heels.
Thought I saw something.
And isn't everybody in Sweden 6 feet tall? What? Somebody kill him. I'm stuck in building mode.
Huh?
Oh, we're finally done here? Okay. I'm joking, Witchy, but I'm semi-serious. I thought I was tall until I went on a ski trip to the... I don't know what it was called. But man, those folks were tall. Taller than I was. I'm over 6 feet. He's a lot of 6'3". Very tall. And back then, in the mid-'80s. My thing for dressing comfortable, King, is I don't like to wear high top boots because at the end of the day, when you take them off, your lower calf has been squeezed and it leaves a mark, and it makes it look like your sock was squeezing your leg, and I don't like to do that to my circulation. I think it's not good. I'm wearing a medium right now, but I'm a large. My boot's a 13. My work boot. My sneaker's probably a 12 and a half. And I just can't wait to get my belt off and put my sweatpants on. Dressing for comfort, right? Talk about comfort. I'm watching this guy stream and they're talking about how tall they were. And this guy goes, I'm 6 foot -3. I thought that was so funny. 5'10" on a good day. I'm old enough, I'm starting to get shorter. But geez, even all the young kids are getting taller and taller. A lot of my nephews are taller than me. It used to be being taller than 6 feet was like rare. Now it's becoming common. And now a lot of these folks are 6'3". They just keep getting taller and taller. Well, King, in the long run, you're better off not being tall and heavy. You're when you get older, it hurts. You live a life. Your knees get beat. Your ankles get beat. Your lower back. You'll have problems with that. I mean, I've had a lot of positive effects from being as big as I am, but a lot of negative ones as well. Yeah, I step up to a sink and it comes up to my thighs. That, you know, and try to buy clothes that fit. Good luck. 6'9", ouch. "6'4", you go to the NBA. Well, yeah, in furniture, hell, my feet hang off the end of my bed. I actually think that's comfortable, though. Maybe it's just because I got used to it. But it doesn't force me to bend my ankles. I can just leave my feet at a 90 degree instead of pointing my toes out. That feels unnatural to me. I like my feet hanging off the end of the bed. But like I said, maybe it's because I had no choice. I gotta heal myself. Or have the hunch down so you hit the door frame. Yeah, I don't hit door frames, but I'm always hitting my head on ceiling fans. Oh, thanks for reminding me, King. It's time to cut tape. So I recently did what I call a mind wipe on my computer. I reset it, reformatted all my hard drives, reloaded all my programs. So I had to download all my Steam games again. And the download rate was like, the best it ever gets is 12 to 14, but it's often at 9. And at some points it was down to 2, and it was even down into the kilobytes for a while. They were throttling me down so bad. It took me so many hours. And just to download Fallout 4 was painful. I don't know, man. My internet isn't that slow. I got 60 down and like 15 up. So I've never gotten 60 down from Steam. The most I've ever gotten was 12 to 14. I think they throttle you down on purpose because they got high traffic, so they gotta spread that out amongst everybody. Either that or you gotta have a waiting list. I don't know how they figure that stuff out. Stop recording, yes.